As you can see from the title, Daddy's kidney disease has progressed to stage 5. In stage 5, the kidneys are very close to not working or they completely stop working. Join us as we consult with his nephrologist and have serious conversations about the dietary changes that would need to be implemented immediately to prevent him from having to undergo dialysis.
The urine looks clear. I'm not seeing any blood cells. The protein is slightly better than before, gone down to 2.6 grams. So overall better than what it has been. So the only concern is about the BUN being on the higher end, but I mean we just have to go with the flow and see what happens. So the Bumax is taking 4 milligrams and alternate days 2 milligrams. That's what we're currently doing, right?
I think that's
as
what it
per
is.
the cardiology notes and the prescription also. He's taking calcitriol also, that's good. PTH is 98, 447. So that's good. PTH improves significantly. Calcium comes 1 a day, carvedilol, constant patch. Are you feeling dizzy or lightheaded anytime? Okay. Hydrolysis. Because the blood pressure is way better than what it has been before, so I'm just wondering. I mean, like some of these medications are more like heart related also, so he may need to be on some of that, maybe like a lower dose if needed, but he doesn't need them. But he's on a good bit of dose of hydralazine, Imjur, and all these things.
I know we were trying to find that happy balance because we were having such high blood pressure.
I know it's too low.
No,
I mean, it's not too low, but it is low for sure.
It is low, yeah. And when we tell Dad to drink more, it's like almost we're telling him to drink acid. He does not like to drink more fluid because he uses the bathroom a lot. So when we said we drink a little bit more water, yeah.
Keep your belly up hard.
He's not feeling dizzy. It's not like it's going too low or anything. When are you gonna see the heart doctor, the Darlington or?
We just saw him not too long ago.
Right. So when is the next appointment?
Let me see.
The only thing is, I would like to check with him, like if he wants to lower one of the heart medications. If it's running like 110 over 60 is quite a bit low, and especially if the BUN is on a higher side, maybe it could be a part of the blood pressure issue too. So,
no, that 110 over 60, that's the lowest we've heard. Yeah. It's usually very normal.
More better, so
yeah. Gail, you have it written?
Yeah.
So it's like a little higher than
this is what it is at home.
Like 110s, 120s maybe. 150, 118, 148. Okay, it's not as bad as, okay, 160s are there, 140s are there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 110
this is
was a
only
low,
today.
yeah.
Okay.
As long as we're not hearing 180s and what it used to be.
No, that's true. Yeah. So remember like how at some point his BUN went up like more than 100 and his creatinine bumped like so much. We had to put him in the hospital, like stop all the Bumax and give him some fluids. So we don't want that kind of episode happening. I mean, he's doing well. I mean, I'm on board with that part. It's just the high BUN can sometimes make you have like, it's just like the toxins building up in the blood. The urea is equal to the toxins, and if it's more and more, it can cross brain, and then people start to, like have all the symptoms of uremia, which I always ask him, like, being cloudy, not being very alert and active, and, having like bad taste. And again, not everybody gets all the symptoms, but the high BUN is what is not looking good of all the things in the labs for now. Is he eating a lot of meat?
When you say meat, are you talking about beef,
Everything, yeah.
Or you just
Chicken,
meat,
fish,
all meat, chicken. Yeah, so he eats chicken,
yeah,
fish.
yeah, red
Yeah,
meat.
he eats meat every day.
Yeah, so one thing that can help with kidney disease is sometimes to cut back on the meat, because the urea, a lot of urea is the end product of the animal protein.
Mm-hmm.
So the more meat people eat, there's more urea to be cleared, and if your kidney is not working, it's not being cleared.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to give less load to the kidney, it's a little better. I mean, maybe it's a better idea to cut back on the meat, and especially I know none of you guys want to think of dialysis, so to keep the urea low, we can try doing that at least. Okay, so he has to cut back on eating meat, because the higher the urea levels, everybody is different. Some people would already have symptoms of uremia, or like, you know, the kidney disease symptoms, and some may not have it. So I can't judge just with a number alone. Just because it's 80, I can't say, hey, yo, let's go start that. It doesn't work like that. It all depends upon the impact of the the labs, or impact of the excess toxins on the body and the brain. Okay, but at the same time, you don't wait until it's 120 and he's sick in the hospital and now everybody's running around,
Right.
and we never even prepped him for dialysis or anything like that. So it will be like an emergency start in the hospital if this urea is going up too fast. Okay, 84 is high. Like, just to kind of give you an understanding, 20 is normal. Like 20 or below is normal. So he's been having like 101 time, where we had to hold off on the BP meds and give him fluids, and of course, like, there's a whole situation happened, and after that we slowly increased the Bumex and other medications, and his BUN has been around like 47, 60, 50 maybe. So, but now it's 84, higher than
the
ever
BUN, yeah. So as far as alternatives for meat, what do you recommend?
vegetables.
Like what?
Okay.
So
Vegetables.
what about what? So like as far as like with beans?
Yeah, any vegetables, yeah.
Okay.
So, are you saying, okay, because, I mean, it's not gonna be realistic to turn him into a vegan 100%. How much days out of the week would be a good start?
How much for the week?
How many days out of the week for him to be meatless, would be a good start?
So everybody's different. If he eats every meat, then he has to cut back quite a bit, right? If you are somebody eating only once a week, maybe that's not gonna bother so much the kidneys. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he has to significantly cut back.
Significantly.
Yeah. If you're eating meat every single day, and if your kidney numbers are not looking good, then you have to significantly cut back. Like, we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what works for him. Can he be without eating every other day? Can he be eating once a week? Can he stop? Like,
Well, he could be
all
with
depends on-
whatever we're gonna do to avoid dialysis.
Right.
So
Yeah, then he should really
I'm,
cut back
yeah,
on
so
meat. Yeah,
I'm
maybe just
hearing
eat once in a while.
significantly, and I'm hearing you, Gail, that we have to be realistic. So we all have to decide what is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we all have to decide what's going to happen.
Because he could continue to eat
Yeah,
the meat,
yeah, exactly.
and then he could find himself being dialyzed.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking the question.
So
what would be
so it's a
reasonable
relative thing,
cutback?
right? I mean, I can't
Yeah.
really say he has to eat like just once a week. I mean, I can't tell, like, you have to cut back, so we have to start somewhere. Maybe make him
Right.
eat like twice a week, then maybe once a week. I don't know, everybody's food is like a big preference. Like, it's a whole different story.
Right.
As I said, it's all the relativeness. If we eat once a week, then if I say stop, then once in 2 weeks is okay. But if you're eating every day, if I
What
say
about-
stop it, then it's like too much. So I don't know. We have to
What
stop
about
somewhere.
eggs? What about eggs? Like, eat
Eggs. Eggs are okay. I mean, they are good in protein. It's relatively better than the whole meat thing. It's still animal protein, by the way. Anything that comes from animal is animal protein is what is contributing to it. Like plant protein also does it, but it's way less. The burden of urea is so less from the plant. It's more from the animal protein. Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess it's a combination of the Bumex, the blood pressure being relatively, on the lower side. Of course, I'm not talking about just today's value. All of this is also putting a hit on the levels also, okay? Every time we try to dry him more, the BUN goes up also. So
Yeah.
and every time we try to cut back on the Bumex a little bit, he swells a lot, and then his blood pressure goes up, and he ends up in the hospital. So it's always like ups and downs that happens, and this is not just for him. This is for any person who is in their kind of transitioning kidney disease. It always happens, especially when you're dealing with like heart disease along with kidney disease.
Daddy, you had a comment?
Well, he was saying he eats eggs every day.
How many
Which is
eggs are you
true.
eating?
They do like 3 eggs and they split it. So him and mom.
Okay,
So maybe 1.5.
And so that's pretty good enough. So if you're eating eggs, on top of that you're eating meat with every meal, I mean, I guess that's gonna hurt, yeah.
So, what is your takeaway from this conversation? I guess I'm trying to hear what we're hearing.
You're asking me?
Mm-mm. I heard what you said.
No, to reduce his meat intake. His
Significantly.
protein significantly. So, I mean, I'm looking at the fact of the matter is I think that it definitely could be done. As far as like his lunch, he doesn't have to have a meat for lunch because we could do vegetarian soups.
Yes.
His meal in the evenings, we can do an alternate days, like every other day.
So you're looking at adjusting the quantity per day and also picking which meals.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also looking at the eggs, the amount of eggs, because all of it is
like
animal
Technically
protein.
speaking, like I'll tell you, technically speaking, like no meat is what you should do, but it's so tough for him that because he's been like, what is he, 83 years, I don't know, whatever, let's put like from age of 15 or whatever, for the last 70 years he's been eating meat every day. It's very tough to change your habits, okay? So we should cut back as much as possible, okay? Whatever works. You wanna eat every day, but you're gonna eat like one bite, or you're gonna eat just once a week, like a good meal. It's up to you, up to him, but it has to come down way, way low, okay? Sounds good? Yeah. That's what we need.
Dad, you hearing this?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes time for this to happen, I know that there may be complaints, but the alternative for eating animal protein is the BUN will continue to increase, and then we go into a tailspin, and then you end up faster with the very thing that you're not looking forward to, and you know what that is, right? What is it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
But I don't want to do that. That's just
Okay, so because of what Dr. Redichola just said, what do you hear we have to do?
yeah.
Significantly. She said no meat, really. That's where we really should be. So we're going to try to work with you based on, like Gail is saying, and Dr. Redichola is saying, we have habits that we have to break. But this is going to be life-changing for you as far as diet is concerned.
Right.
Okay.
Any other questions for me? Any refills? Do you guys need any refills on any of the medicines?
If we do, call them in. Because I don't know if there's so many. So
Okay.
if you see that there's anything that's low, yeah.
That's fine. I mean, I'm seeing probably every 2 to 3 months, so we should be able to, refill if you guys need. Yeah. So just the base. We checked the other labs, like his vitamin D levels are good, phosphorus is good, his hormone, PTH hormone levels have improved, calcium has improved. So all the numbers seems to be pretty steady. The hemoglobin is low, but I saw Dr. Feinstein is giving the hormone injection, so I'm hoping that it will start to pick up a little bit, because these are all like all the complications of kidney disease that we're dealing with, and everything is being addressed appropriately, okay? Either by me or by Dr. Feinstein, because he's seeing him already for the other problems, okay?
We appreciate how thorough and you guys are all looking at the same thing, and
No problem.
I'm so happy that we have you all.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess that's the only concern I have about the high BUN today. I'll see you guys back in 2 months and see that the BN is not going too bad, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So in
hoping
2 months, hopefully, we'll be able to say, "Oh, he is a vegan." We'll see.
Okay.
We'll try whatever you can, okay? I mean, again, it's just like a, anyway, like diet is a whole different story, you know? Some people, for me, I feel like I shouldn't be dependent on like I don't want to be dependent on that. Like I used to be I used to eat meat. I used to love meat. Like I would like ask for meat. Like I want
Yes.
chicken. I mean, we don't eat red meat, but whatever, chicken, fish, and shrimp, whatnot. But like it's been 8 years now. I quit meat, and I don't even crave for that anymore. Like
Wow.
I don't want to be dependent like that. Like I don't like that. So it's everybody is different, you know.
Yes,
Like you know,
yes.
some people they have to eat meat. It doesn't matter. Like some people they're like, fine. You told me don't eat. Like I
Yes,
don't care.
yes,
I'll leave it go.
yes.
So it's always like your mind game, right?
Yeah, I
it's
believe
like,
that. And
yeah, it's just
yeah.
that what you tell your brain.
Yeah.
So it tries to play with us. So we just have to control our brain and mind. Okay?
Question: what about? I know oatmeal. If I'm just thinking of breakfast items, you know,
Yeah, go ahead.
oatmeal.
Yeah.
But they like to do oatmeal with canned milk. So milk is milk
So
from
milk,
a cow.
at this point of his kidney disease, milk has, so the concerns of milk or dairy has a lot of phosphorus in it.
Okay.
So people with kidney disease stage 4, stage 5 tend to have more phosphorus because kidney is not excreting it properly.
Okay.
His phosphorus as of now is okay. So
Okay.
whatever he's doing probably is fine.
Okay.
If you end up taking more dairy, then he is gonna probably have more phosphorus to
phosphorus.
excrete,
Okay.
and kidney is not doing its job properly, so it
Okay.
won't excrete it properly. And then we are giving him Tums, he's taking the calcitriol, so we just have to adjust the medications.
Okay.
And this dietary thing is an ongoing thing. I mean, you have to stick to these things, and it will only get like more strict and strict.
Okay.
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 Okay. So we'll see you guys again in a couple of months.
Okay.
If there is any change in overall symptoms or something like that, please let me know, and I'll see him sooner. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.